Hello. What do you mean? Oh. Well, all of me is in pain. We were working today, so. Do you mean like vitiligo? Like, is that what you mean? Oh. Okay. Well, I've got freckles. Lots of them. So. It's not like it's an issue. Unless it is, but like. I found another 99 days thing, by the way. Except it's 99 days in a cave, but it's way less rated. I don't know. I didn't try it. I saw it when I was pulling up tax strip. So. Yeah. Yeah, that's the same thing I thought. Let me see. I also liked Stalker and Midnight Cashiers, and there's another one that's called School's Out, but I don't know. But yeah, there's 99 Days in a Cave, and it's like a raccoon, I guess. I don't know. Uh-huh. Okay. What does that mean? like how do you say that and then it's like, what does that mean? You look. Mm-hmm. So what does that mean? You look pansexual. I know that, but like, what do you have to look like to fit that? I don't know. Yeah, the other day, filling out some information with the board, and we were going through the survey where it's like you pick, you know, what kind of ads you want, you know, what kind of promotions you might be interested in later. So it was bringing up, you know, your sexuality. And so they picked asexual for me. Like, no hesitation either. I was like, and then I was like, you just went through all the options. And I was like, huh? I was like, no, I said, no, I fixed it, but I was just like, okay. I was like, well, all right. But, I don't know. Yeah. Me too. But yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Today? Is that what you're saying? Today? What does barn time mean? Okay. Okay. Alright then. My hair's being goofy. Uh-huh. Interesting. My sister likes those things. She likes them pigs. I don't really like pigs. I don't like them. I know they're smart and everything, but I'm just like, not for me. I think they're ugly. They're not good ugly either. They're just ugly. Yeah, yeah. No. I mean, I appreciated the Robux. That was nice. Now I get to be an avocado and Perry the platypus if I so choose to. Which is nice. But, we were helping my brother and my sister-in-law, and we were working over at their house, and I'm tired. Yeah. Yeah. Their mansion. It really is, though. It really is. I'm jealous that I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be jealous, but I am. But yeah, he's like constantly going through vehicles too. He like always is getting motorcycles, always is getting cars. Like not cheap cars either, like sports cars, racing cars. And it's hard to watch, honestly. For me at least. Buying and reselling them. He could have a fleet if he wanted to. He just gets bored of them and then moves on to the next thing. Yeah. Yeah. The things we would do for just one little trash one, right? Yeah. Yeah. No. I literally spent the card in front of y'all. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. No. So you say sociopathic, like what, a narcissist or what? Would you say it's for no reason, or would you say they definitely were raised? Oh. So are they the middle child, or are they the youngest? Yeah. That lines up. That lines up. I would say we're prone to that. Yeah. Yeah, right? Nico's the oldest. He already told us. We've talked about it like 500 times with every family conversation we have. I know. It's kind of ironic that y'all are both the oldest and y'all are the ones hanging out with me. Like, I don't really... Like, my brother is the oldest. Well, technically he's not. Because the oldest was a miscarriage. And we don't know what that was. Because it was like half a tumor. So, like... Technically, it's like a middle child, but technically it's the oldest. Yeah. No, it's just ironic. Oh. Oh, no. Not cool. Just give them the expectation of being them, not themselves. You're somebody else. Way to start an identity crisis from a young age. Who am I? What am I? I'm a reincarnation. But... Do you think if your life hadn't gone the way it had, you would be right now? No? You really don't? Like, if you hadn't made certain decisions? You didn't tell us that. You did not share this information. That makes sense. The question I was asking Classy was if, his life had gone differently or he made different choices at a certain point in his life. If he thinks he would be successful and rich now. Like the rest of his family. I mean, from the way you described it, it sounded like you were saying you were like the golden child of the family, and then that kind of made you kind of closed in what you were gonna be and what you were gonna do. Like, you didn't have to think about it because it wasn't like you were rejected or something. Well, so you're related to them half? You say you're half related? Or no? I don't know what I'm saying. It doesn't sound like it from what you're saying, but... Oh. Nice. That sounds nice. Sounds fun. Murder. Yeah. Yeah. I know some people who have been in prison and they... My favorite review was, don't take the candy bar. You don't know what that means? Oh no! Oh no. If you see my bed looking like trash, it's just because it is. I know now. That's creepy. But okay. Well, alright. I don't know. It says inspired by. So I don't really know. I think it's the same people. And although my dream was overdue. I don't even know if I want to play today. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I just feel really dumb whenever I have nothing on my screen for that. Ugh. Yeah. We were in our minds. Ugh. We could do that, couldn't we? I'm an avocado now. Waiting for my frogs. What the heck? I did not agree to pressing that. And although my dream was overdue. My goodness. confused. What? I know, but what question are we talking about? I think he was answering the question that I asked you. Cuz Nico hasn't, I don't think Nico has been through the same thing or been the same way. Okay. Well, to be honest, I don't even feel like I'm in a position where I can really honestly say things are good or bad. Like, I guess I do have regrets, but at the same time, I also am grateful for a lot of things that have changed about myself, so I don't know. Okay. Got it. Yeah. It's okay. Okay. Oh, all my frogs. All my froggies. Look at my little avocado. How do I say avocado in Spanish? Is it still avocado? My thing is so short, I can't get out. Look at his little nubbies. Its little legs. Aguacate. Parta. Sí. I see. Just tired. I've been working today, so. Tired. I was working on the railroad. All the live long day. Aguacate. Okay. You know how cows are? Cows, like, play the hardest to get. But when you dislike them, they want you. Aw. Cows only want you when you don't want them. Aw. I like it too. It's nice. I like the ribbits. And I like that they bounce around. They're so weird. You know what I want is some baby goats. They're so ugly and they look like Bo, but they scream. And then they fall over. Like, aw. Well, I like goats. Oh, I haven't gone. That would be like next week for a whole week if that does happen. From the future. What are you talking about? I'm so lost. I don't know. Maybe a week. Maybe a week, I said. That's if we even end up going anymore. Ah. Got it. Got it. I ate Bill Miller's and Jim's. So I had brisket, green beans, mac and cheese, grilled chicken, and toast. Which one? Both or one of them? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is it fool's gold? Where'd you buy it from? He probably bought it from AliExpress. Just wait. Such a strange conversation. I never thought we'd ever be asking about this, to be honest. Uh-huh. Just wait. They built the whole friendship. Yeah, I was gonna say, they built the whole relationship and the whole friendship so they could sell it. They're like, and then I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna run away. And I'm gonna have your money. He's like, Econ. I still don't understand the whole solicitor thing. I'm really confused. I know. I know. I know, but like, what does that even do if it's just promoting it? If people don't even buy it? Because, you know, they're solicitors, so it's like... Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's like 10 of them. 10 of the same thing. 100 of them in a box. that he just puts up on his wall for every scheme. He's like, got him again. Who's the next one? Pretty crazy. People are weird. People are so weird. Yeah, oh yeah, my band-aid on my finger, I was, doing I was pulling up the tack strip, and I had a blister on my hand, I guess, and it popped right off. So now I have a nice little piece of skin missing, and it's like right in this part of my finger, so it's like every time I move my hand or tried to wash my hair when I was showering, and it was the most painful thing. It just popped right off too. I was like, eh! I've got a few other calluses and blisters from it, but they're not as bad. Aww. Wear gloves. Right? Gonna have to hide. Hide that I've been slaving. Did your grandpa find it or did he buy it? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. She had whole calluses and sores and her hands got tough. That's the thing, is when you're doing certain kinds of labor, your hands just, they start getting this whole callus across all of them because you're working in dirt and dust and... Ah. I mean, did they even have running water, really? Like, Scarlett O'Hara on Gone with the Wind. My cousin. Interesting. Okay, Michael Jackson didn't come to my house to use the bathroom, but his sister did. That's what I'm hearing when you're like, my cousin. My great-great-grandfather, he had a bunch of older coins. He had, like, I think some from the early 1900s to possibly late 1800s. Because we're looking up them, actually. We have them because he passed away, and so we have all of his coins to figure out their value and everything. We just haven't gotten to it. But he had some pretty valuable ones that we know of. We just haven't gotten them checked out. I don't know if we have any, like, gold. I'm sure we do. I just don't think we are aware of it. I know. I know. She's an interesting lady. Vitamin C every day. And I'm not joking. Come on. I didn't give permission for that. But she's still rearing to go. You'd think she was like in her 70s or 60s, but she is not. Hmm. Oh my gosh. That's so horrible. What is wrong with people? Oh my gosh. Is that why they take public transportation everywhere else? What's wrong with people? Like, don't get me wrong, we have road rage, a ton of road rage, but like, that's just wild. Why are people so weird? Cruel, above all. Cruel. It's just so mean. Life isn't that precious to them. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's wild. Cool. Oh, so they like pre-cursed your life? No. I've never heard this either time. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Had. He's dead. I mean, we have them now, but... Okay. Alrighty. Only helpful in the ways they can be helpful. There was this thing I saw. Let me read it. I don't care if I disappoint my parents. They don't impress me either. I'm working on it, but, you know, I can't really find anything of value. I mean, all I'm working with is coins I have, and I think it's crazy that somebody can be like, they need help, so I should take them to someone literally magical. Because that's what it takes instead of being better or changing something. Oh my gosh. Yes, magic's the only solution because we can't change. I think that's just crazy. It's just crazy. Yes. Yes. Exactly. It's just wild. Oh yeah, definitely. It's what you can make people feel. And it's so easy because people can be so readable when people like that want answers. They want to understand themselves. They want to understand why things happen the way they have. And people take advantage of that a lot. Dead jelly. Okay. All right. That doesn't sound crazy. But no, I don't believe in my zodiac sign or anything. What? That doesn't make any sense. Like, here's the thing. I do believe that, scientifically, I believe that there are ways that, the times of the year affects us. I believe that when we're born affects our personalities and traits we have, but I don't believe it makes us who we are. I feel like we all have choices, and I don't think it's predestined for us. I think we just all have natural inclinations that are because of basically our environment that we were born into. But I don't believe in anything predestined. No, that's just wild. That's wild. That's kind of my thing is I think it's like an excuse for people to just do whatever they want to do. And I think it's such a complicated thing that, like, you can't even read into it because you're like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me. I remember one time I was reading this book on, it was on, like, folk tales and, like, creatures of every place, you know, like the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland and a few other things. And so there was this one that was, I think it was the Chupacabra. And for the picture, they put a Sphinx cat. I have no idea why. They just... And that is not what the Chupacabra is anyway. So it was like the most random thing. It was so random. I was just like, okay. I was so confused for such a long portion of my life, and I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. He said he has to tell us about the other myths and legends of Colombia. And there's some rare ones. So he wants to tell us once he gets back. Highly rated. To be honest, it's been kind of nice playing the horror games, I guess, because I'm very anxious by nature. And I feel like those have actually kind of helped me to relax a little bit and not be so freaked out whenever I see something that looks kind of strange. And it kind of helps me to just breathe and calm down and look at it and relax. Yeah. That's about how things go for me. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Sometimes I worry about it though, because then I'm like, what if I'm numb to everything? That's the thing, I guess. It's like, is it accustomed or is it numb? And it's like, yeah. Maybe it's hard to tell the difference. Because I think sometimes dealing with calm is a little more uncomfortable than the other. Like, it's like, why am I not feeling anything right now? Even my brother, he's a lot like that. Well, it's complicated, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Well, I know. I mean, it's not like I mind it, but, you know, it's difficult to explain. Even this past week, it was really, really great, but I guess I didn't really feel it as much as I should have. That's kind of what I like to do. Sometimes I like to just kind of stare and just try and think about what I'm feeling, if I'm feeling, or what I'm not feeling. I don't know, I guess I'd rather understand than just feel it deep down in a pit. Yeah, that's fair. I would say that. Well, not even supposed to, it's that this is something that would normally make me really happy. And when it's not, it makes me feel like something's missing from myself. If that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, is just be like, it's part of the process. And it doesn't have to be permanent. But then again, I'm trying not to get my hopes up and be like, it'll go away either. But that's even scarier to me. I think that is kind of true, though, I guess. like I've said before, I don't really like food, but sometimes I feel like it's the only time I like it's like I can actually sense something, I guess. But I guess at the same time too, I kind of just want it to feel it. Like if I can't get rid of this and this, then maybe I can at least get rid of my tummy hurting. Okay. But it's weird though too, because I can still laugh at things and I can still, like smile at stuff, and sometimes I'll get tingles about things and like but it's not really deep, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, like before it used to feel like all of me. Like it was like so much, I just like it made everything feel, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah. My gosh. You know, even this, it was really nice at first. Now I'm just kind of tired of it. If that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, I try. I know, I know. I still can't believe she was like that. I was just like, girl. I was like, I'm not sure I believe you. I was like, is this that? Um, she's gonna hate me if she comes on here and hears me, but like, I don't know if I believe that was real, because she could be sharp when she wanted to be. I don't know. I don't know. It's not rude. I think it's that's what I mean is she saw the comments and she responded to a lot of them. I corrected her, you corrected her. I'm not necessarily sure she didn't see it and just went with it. That's what I mean. Because what's going to be more charming, you know, doing one or the other? I don't mind that she did it. I'm just like, I don't know if I believe it. I don't know about that. Well, I don't not believe that. I think she was definitely tipsy, but I remember when I had morphine. And I was loose, but I was there. I was loose, but I was there. I definitely had thinking ability, but I was still loose. So I don't know. Well, it was nice because morphine was like, it was like no tension. I don't know if I've ever really felt like that ever. And it was like so free. Like my limbs weren't holding themselves up, and it was just like I could just lay down, and it was so nice. It was like jello. But it didn't help with the pain at all. I was still in immense pain. I could just relax even though I was in immense pain. I remember the nurse came in and she was like, so how are you feeling? I was like, oh, I feel great. I said, but I'm still in pain. And she was like, huh? I was like, oh yeah, it still hurts. It's like stabbing. And she was like, well, my dad is. He doesn't get intoxicated by alcohol. And morphine doesn't work on him. So it's not surprising. But they gave me some other thing that helped. Yes. Yes. Well, like I said, loose physically. And my mouth was loose. But like, I still had thinking ability and stuff. Like I wasn't gone. I can still remember the conversation we were having. No, I remember the conversation we were having. We were talking about the baby scanner thing. Because that was when my mom was leaning over to see. And my sister was like, "What are you looking for?" And she was like, "Shh." And I was like, "You're looking for a baby, aren't you?" And she was just like, "No, I'm not." It's hilarious. Yeah. But I still remember that. I remember that whole conversation. And I also remember in the ambulance, this was after the other pain meds, which kind of knocked me out more. Like, then I was finally able to rest, because I was already tired that day. But, like, that was... I remember on the way to the ambulance, I was talking to the people, and I was like, "Thank you so much for doing this for me." I don't know why I was saying it, but they were really nice. They were like, "Aw, thank you." I was like, "No, thank you." We were just going back and forth about it. I don't know why. But I know we talked about a few other things. I just can't remember. That part I was more blacking out and going in and out. I can't remember who was in the ambulance with me though. I don't know if it was just the people. I'm sorry, what's that? I don't know. It might have... my family might have been already in another vehicle at that point. It's okay. It might have just been me and the doctors and nurses and whatever. It smelled cold. You know, when something is just sterile and cold. But it doesn't smell like sterile chemicals. It smells like just sterile. Like just clean air. AC. But I just remember them all laughing and like being really nice. They were all really nice. I really liked being in the hospital. It was really nice to me. I remember there was this nurse. He would do my IV and stuff. And I remember I would ask him for strawberry ice cream or chocolate ice cream. I never had a shower at the hospital. I wanted one so bad after I had surgery. So I couldn't shower for days, and I was so angry because my hair was so nasty. And I didn't smell at all, actually, surprisingly. But, like, my hair was so oily, and I hated it so much. But, that nurse, they were like, "I'll go get you strawberry ice cream." And they were really nice. And I would just be like, "Thank you." And I remember one night, it was really, really late. And they were helping me with something. I think it was my IV drip. And so I just said thank you at the end of it because I was like half asleep, but half awake. And I remember they went out and they were like, "That is the nicest patient I've dealt with." And I just felt so good. I was like, what? I was like, I'm a nice patient. I don't know. It just felt nice. And then they were all talking and they were all like, "Yeah, I really love that patient. They're so sweet." And I was like, "Aw." It was so cute. It made me feel so good. I don't like cones. I like cups. The cones are so irritating. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not bad. They're just not my thing. They're just not my thing. But Well, I remember, I think I've talked about it before, but when I was in surgery, I remember they were putting the gas on me and we were talking about music. And so we were talking, there was a song they were playing. I don't remember what it was, but I was singing to it with them. And they were all like, "Oh, you know this song?" They're like, "What's another, you like older songs?" They're like, "What are some other older songs you know?" And so I was talking about them and they were like, "Oh," they're like, "We love that one and that one." And then I just remember blacking out and like waking up. And I was, well, I remember 2 ways of waking up. I remember waking up in this incomprehensible pain that I couldn't even think, I couldn't even feel because it was so much. And then I black out again and then I wake up and something happened, I don't know what, but then I was in bed and I just slept. I think medication. I think my dad said that the anesthesiologist saw me and that they were about to leave because they were out of their shift, but then they just gave me enough meds to just knock me out and go to sleep so I could rest. I don't really know what happened though. They said something happened that doesn't normally happen with gallbladder surgery, so that doesn't make any sense to me, but I guess so. I don't know. I kind of wondered the same thing though for myself. I was like, what am I gonna do? Especially because my dad's woken up during procedures before. And, you know, I guess I was just in fear that I might do the same thing. Especially since I was already inclined towards the morphine not working and all that. Then again, I'm a much smaller person, so I don't know. That makes sense. But I miss it. I miss being in the hospital. It was so nice. Yeah. No, only if you know in your family that there's like an intolerance for certain things, just being aware of that is the only thing you should be concerned about, but even then, they usually have a solution for all of that. I don't know, it's just really nice. It was just nice and calm and quiet and I really do wonder if I would like it. Like, I don't think I'd like watching the other people, but I think I'd be fine with it otherwise. Like, watching other people act out, it like irks me a lot. Well, that's the life we live. That is kind of crazy that... No pun intended. But, like... It's just interesting. Well, I remember I had a friend who was talking about their experience there, and they were just like, I couldn't even call my parents or anybody, and I was freaking out so bad. And I feel so bad because I was just listening to them and I was just like, that sounds nice. I don't know. Make some paper stars. Be a little bit just no thoughts. Just go out and look out the window and... Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright. Yes. Because that would prove Classy's point wrong. I have to get off in a minute, y'all. I have to be off at 2. It's the rule. Probably just gonna go to bed and crash. Oh, it's 1:55, not 1:59. Sorry. 5 minutes. My bad. Yes, you should. You should, unless I'm working. Yeah, no, not yet. I'll let y'all know when. The day before, hopefully. But, I have a video of what I was doing. If y'all want to see what I was working on. Like what it is, removing strip tack. Can't have sound on because I was singing the whole time, so... But, let me see. So, when you have carpet, you have the concrete slab, which is the floor, and then you have this lining all around the edge of a room, and it's called strip tack, right? I hope I'm getting that right. I feel like I got the name totally wrong. But so it's basically nails to attach the carpet to a certain point of the room and to keep it there. And so what you do is you have to take a crowbar and a hammer and you have to lift it and get under it. And so that's the point of that. And it's not that hard to do, it's just super irritating, especially if something's stuck to the ground a certain way. So, like, let me see. Let me see if I can show y'all. I can't let y'all hear it, but like... But you go in with the crowbar and then you hit it right at that corner of it. And then just lift it up. And then you go after it and get all the extra nails and all that. But yeah, you just go all the way around the room doing that. And I did 2.5 rooms, I think. But it's super irritating. Super irritating. Especially on your back. It's super... Bleh. Not my thing. Now it's 1:59. Oh my gosh. I didn't even see, y'all's messages aren't even loading on my thing. So I had to get onto my app. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you. No, I don't even remember what I was singing. No, you don't need protective eye gear for this because it's not going anywhere. It's usually pretty controlled if you're doing it right. Like, it splits up, but the wood isn't gonna, like, fly out and chip around or something. And it doesn't get damaged as in the wall and the trim doesn't. Of course, the strip tack does because that's the whole point, is pulling it up and trashing it. No, there's not really any splinters that go anywhere. I think it's the type of wood it is. It's very condensed. So... And this is not my house, no. I've done it before on my house, but still, no. Yes. Yes. But it's fun, especially when you're angry or you want to do something that involves destroying something. It's nice. Mm-hmm. What? I'm so confused. What? Oh, yeah. Where it was growing from. You plant seeds. You plant the screws. They're the seeds. Can you imagine if that's how it worked? If you need to say it in Spanish, I'll translate it. Just simple words. Okay. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god. But I remember we did the same thing here. We ripped up the carpet, we got all the strip tack up, there's this stuff you can sprinkle on concrete that cleans it. Or was it to level it? Gosh, I really can't remember. But it was really interesting stuff. It was this pink powder. But oh no, this isn't our house. I already said that it's not our house. We had our stuff done like years ago, 2 years ago, or a year ago. Oh. So, the base of the carpet is concrete. It's a flat base. And it depends on what material you're working with. When you are removing the strip tack from the concrete, it does chip away when you're removing the nails from it. But depending on what flooring you're putting on top of it, it might not even need to be repaired because it still is a solid base, and you might be using a material that will basically have a solid paste glue that will fill in those cracks and breaks. So, for example, I think we were talking about vinyl plank. And so with vinyl plank, I think you put a base, a paste-like base, and then I think on top of it you would add the vinyl plank. And so then there's no need to repair the concrete. There's no need because the concrete is still a solid base. It's just small imperfections in it. It's not actual huge cracks. It's not damaging to it. It's just cosmetic and slight curve issues that can be filled easily. Like literally it's a chip out of it. Well, this is an older house. This house is like 50 something years old. So, you know, carpet here was very popular and is very popular, especially because everyone has ACs and stuff like that. So, well, I mean, in Colombia, that would make sense not having carpet at all because of humidity in the summer and heat in general. Like, it's a warmer climate altogether. So, I mean, that would make sense. It's just like in those concrete houses in like Mexico and places like that. Would you ever see carpet in them? Yeah. And we definitely, our houses are not really built for winter, I would say. I think especially because of the whole global warming and the winters being different here, I think it's really thrown a lot of houses off. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. They probably get a faux winter. They get like one day where it's like 70 degrees and they're like, oh my god, it's freezing. Yeah. I think recently it's been like every other year we've been getting a day of snow. Or 2 days of snow. Yeah. It's been weird. I remember the first time we had snow. And we were at Olive Garden. And we had walked out and it was snowing all over and it was so pretty and white. And I remember there was this couple out there. And they were just both in the snow together. And like both of them just taking pictures in it and enjoying it. It was so pretty. My gosh. But But yeah, I'm gonna get off. I'm not really feeling like raiding. But, have a good night, y'all, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be on earlier. Hopefully. Good night. Yes, thank you. Good night. Yes. Don't take care of yourself, just crash out. How about I meet in the middle on it? I'm gonna brush my teeth and then crash out. So I'll meet in the middle on it. Sounds like the way to go. That's not good advice. It's alright, it's alright. It's advice. Alright, good night, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.